Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us at 5 o'clock. I'm Victoria Carmen.
And I'm Cody Alcorn. Fox Carolina is the school station in the state's largest school district, getting ready to send middle schoolers back to the classroom full-time despite what we're seeing with COVID-19 across the country.
Starting next week, Greenville County Schools will begin the phase-in process. The superintendent says this was a heavy decision and it wasn't reached overnight. He says students perform better academically with that face-to-face, in-person instruction. The district announced last week the amount of failing grades doubled. Now, the superintendent believes they can safely bring students back full-time with the use of face masks and plexiglass barriers.
Having them face-to-face, we believe, is vitally important, so long as we can do it in a way that keeps them safe and keeps our employees safe.
So when we transition, we walk one behind the other. We're always moving. We're wearing our masks. We're maintaining distance. All of those are things that we've already been doing all year, so kids should adjust very easily to those.
And here's a look at how the transition will work for each grade level. Sixth graders will go in person Monday and Tuesday of next week. No school for the remainder of the week for Thanksgiving, of course. They'll attend in person Monday through Thursday for the rest of the year and have e-learning on Fridays.
Well, seventh graders will be on attendance plan 2 next week and on November 30th and December 1st. Now after that, it's all in-person learning for everyone Monday through Thursday, with Fridays being e-learning.
And for 8th graders, attendance plan 2, December 7th and 8th. Then everybody in person Monday through Thursday, and the rest of the year e-learning will be Friday. After winter break, all middle school students will attend in person 5 days a week until further notice.
And there's been a lot of pushback and reaction to this plan from parents. Now school leaders are defending this decision.
Fox Carolina's Carrie Weimer joins us live in Greenville County with what they have to say.
That's right, guys. Definitely the hot topic for today. I've talked to a lot of parents on both sides of the issue. Some of them saying, you know what, put the kids back. It's time. They're not doing well in virtual learning. While others are saying, not yet, it's still not safe, the numbers are on the rise. Take a look. We caught up with two people who have been instrumental in making the call for South Carolina school-age kids. Dr. Burke Royster, the superintendent for Greenville County Schools, and State Superintendent Molly Spearman, both of who are in agreement that sending middle schoolers back to school is the right choice.
I absolutely agree with the return to school plan. We've got to offer options for families.
When we looked at the number of failures that we had, and it was a very large number of students with Fs, and that was based on 1/4 of the school year. If we were to delay this, then those students would have been in the same situation they're in right now for a full 1/2 of the school year.
In a recent survey the school district sent out to middle school teachers asking about the return to face-to-face instruction, 2 in 3 middle school teachers say they are uncomfortable with it.
We hope that that level of comfort will greatly increase as we have the opportunity for students to be back in, and they see the same thing at middle school that we've seen at elementary.
Well, I think there's a great deal of anxiety by all of us, but once we have gotten back into operation, I have to say it's really going better than I thought it would.
I asked both school officials about DHEC reporting a rise in cases in our state.
Our risk ratio has decreased in comparison with the county and the state for each of the last 3 weeks.
We have had some cases, but I think population-wise we're about 20% of the population in South Carolina, but we only hold about 4% of the COVID cases, so I think we're doing really well overall.
Spearman says they are still very cautious and watching data closely.
We'll always keep that virtual option for those who can't return, but there is no doubt that our students perform best when they are face-to-face with a well-qualified teacher.
Dr. Royster said that as of last Friday, all elementary school students in Greenville County were able to make that move to virtual learning if that's what their families wanted them to do. He said over the next couple of weeks, they're going to be working with the middle schoolers to make sure that those families that want them to switch will also be able to do so. Cody, Tori?
And Carrie, I do want to ask, are officials worried at all about the upcoming holiday season and seeing an increase in cases if, students are around different family members and friends?
That's definitely on the minds of everyone right now. I asked both of them today, and Superintendent Spearman said yes, they do have concerns. She said they're just hoping that people will be extra vigilant. Obviously, wear that mask even if you're with your family and take all the precautions that you need to. Back to you guys.